Yo, what's up, PC fam? Welcome to
Mm-hmm.
another episode of Chill with Chill.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful Saturday. Sun's out, birds are chirping. You know, we're getting every weekend. What's happening, y'all, is that we're getting one step closer to season starting again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on, y'all. So y'all get excited because
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. It's August. We got 2 more months, and it's
Mm-hmm.
on. But I feel like it's right around the corner, y'all. Chill. How you feeling?
I actually like this off season. Let me tell you why I like the off season, Ox. I like the off
Mhm.
season because we get to find out who really know what they're talking about. We get to find out who really can create content. Like
Right.
it's one thing to be able to just talk when the
Hmm.
season is going on, but this is very much like being an MC where you can rhyme off the top.
Yeah.
Like can you if I just gave you a mic, can you just give me something off the top right here, right now? As opposed to you consistently need content. Like we got to come up with stuff. And in the off season, we really find out who really good at this and who isn't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um. With that being said, Chill, have
Mm-hmm.
you been tapping into any other content creators around the web? Like, do you listen to other MCs?
Oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
listen to other MCs.
Any shout outs we want to give?
Yeah, OG the Beast is one of my favorite guys
Okay.
on the internet. I really dig OG's content. He's a basketball and a football guy. He's one of the guys that I really pay attention to. Let's see, who else do I pay attention to? My man Fluent. My man
Yeah.
Fluent
Yeah.
Tone does a lot of different stuff. You definitely you. I already told you that
Mhm.
I might not go to all the shows, but I got all
Right.
Ox CDs, all of them, and I
Right.
listen to all his music. So I definitely tap in and I listen to other content creators 100%.
And OG the Beast, he's mostly on TikTok, right?
He on TikTok,
Okay.
he's on Instagram too. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout
He's
out
on
OG the
Instagram
Beast.
too. Yep. So
Um, were you tapped into OG the Beast before, like PC and everything, or like just kind
yeah.
of?
When I first got on TikTok, right? When I first got on TikTok, that's when I found out who he was. And
Okay.
he actually found out who I was first. And then from there, we kind of developed this relationship. And we had started a podcast together. We were definitely doing some stuff. And then we went our
Uh,
separate ways. But then I stayed tapped in with him. It wasn't like a beef or man, get the hell out. No, it was just
right.
we had different ideas and stuff, and it was cool, no problem. And I stayed tapped into what he was doing, and I still stay tapped into what he's doing still.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Fluent, were you and Fluent locked in before PC?
Yes, we were. Me and Tone, we got on literally right after me and OG the Beast. Me and Tone
Uh,
got on, and we started kicking it. Tone and I did the podcast, and Tone and I've been we've been doing it for 3 years now. Yeah,
yeah.
me and Tone, and
I
that's how I met Tone. I met Tone on TikTok.
right on. I was
Yep.
checking out your stream last Thursday.
Hmm.
Great content,
Yeah.
except for Fluent always pushing that Laker propaganda, and I just can't stand it.
It's
before
hard.
before it's rough. Before we get into it though, you got anything you want to say about this upcoming NFL season? Any takes, any teams to look out for, any players to look out for, organizations on the rise, organizations on the fall?
Mhm.
How you feeling in football?
Well, first of all, I already seen my 49ers. We won a Super Bowl 5 times in my lifetime. I've seen all 5 of them. What I don't want to happen is I don't want to turn into the Buffalo Bills where we keep getting there every year and then we're not winning it. I'm really not interested in that at all, Ox. No, I'm not trying to hear doing that. I think that we got a legit shot at winning the NFL, the Super Bowl this year, off the strength of us bringing back everybody that we had. You brought up a interesting conversation when you talked about the art of war, and I'm on your page with that. I don't want nothing else to do with Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
I asked for the rematch. I got it. Okay, I'm good. I don't want nothing else to do with him. If I feel like if we can avoid Patrick Mahomes, I think we got a real good shot at winning the Super Bowl. With that being said, I'm looking forward to watching Baltimore this year because I'm a big time Derrick Henry fan.
Yeah.
I dig me some Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry to me is what Walter Payton was to the Bears back in the days. I wasn't a Chicago Bears fan, but I can tell you right now, whenever the Bears was on TV, I was in front of the TV 100%
Right.
because I wanted to see sweetness. So the same logic with Derrick Henry. I'm very much interested in seeing what Baltimore is going to do because they got a running quarterback in Lamar Jackson. The biggest problem that they have is he runs too much. Well, you now have a primary ball carrier, right?
Yeah.
So because you have that, y'all dudes don't got to. You don't have to run the football nearly as much. Plus, he's also an option in the. He's also an option in the flat, and he's also an option. He's also an option in the flat and dink and dunk. So you don't really have to. You don't really have to run as much with him. There's a hot take for me. I think Aaron Rodgers is over. I do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think Aaron Rodgers is over. I keep hearing the logic of the Jets are going to be this. Their quarterback 40 years old. We get wrapped up in seeing like one or two people do something. We automatically think everybody can do it. Okay, Tom Brady was the exception. Drew Brees when Drew Brees was in his 40s, he was not very good.
Right.
When Brett Favre was in his 40s, no, he wasn't. There's a reason why quarterbacks don't play that long because they're not very good after a certain age. And they start breaking down. And when you have a non-contact injury like what Aaron Rodgers had, yeah, I'm good.
What about y'all losing my man Eric Armstead? Does that matter?
It does. 100% it does. But I feel like our defense is good enough. I feel like our defense is good enough that, especially in our interior line, I feel like our defense is good enough with Bosa, and the fact that we got the fact that we got the majority of our guys back. I feel like that's all that's important. And my quarterback Brock this season. Don't think what you saw last year was a fluke. This season is definitely legit. So I'm real interested to see what my boys do this year. I think we the class of the NFC, not just the NFC West, but I think we the class of the NFC, and I think we're going back to the bowl game, 100%.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on, Jordan. We got a super chat real quick from Jordan. He says the Jets are gonna have more wins than the 49ers.
No, you won't. My Niners, I think we win in 13 games this year. I'll be surprised if the Jets won 10 games this year. And I don't think 10 games is enough to get into the playoffs in the AFC. I don't think that's enough. Nope.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll see what happens, y'all. Shout out to the NFL, man. It's coming. Preseason is here. We'll see what happens. So I want to holler at you about Drew Holiday.
What about him?
So apparently, I've seen from Clutch Points that Drew Holiday is quietly built an impressive resume that deserves recognition. I know that a little while ago we had a talk about Drew Holiday, and some people say that I in particularly hyped him too much. Let me just read off this real quick. It says that Drew Holiday for his career is averaging 16 points, 6.4 assists, 1.4 steals per game, two-time NBA champion, two-time All-Star, two-time gold medalist, six-time All-Defensive Team, 15,000 plus career points, 1,400 career steals, 6,000 career assists. Is that impressive, or
those numbers are similar to guys like Mo Cheeks and guys like that? And when I think about like the Hall of Fame, he only played 1 year college. With him only playing 1 year college, that might hamper him. But if we're talking strictly off the NBA and what he did, and if you match him up with great guard, like he was better than guys like Lou. Was he better than guys like Lou Williams? Yeah, I think so. The question is he better than guys like Joe Johnson? That's the $1 million question. I'm not sure if he was better than Joe, but considering Joe's resume outside of the championships, I mean, I'm not sure he was better than Joe. Was he better than guys like Danny Ainge, Hal Greer, guys like that? I think we can have a conversation about that. But Drew Holiday being an all-league defender, not just the all-league defender, being one of the elite guards. I think he made the All-Star team. Would he make the All-Star team twice? Yeah.
Two times.
Yeah, he made the All-Star team twice, made the all-league defensive team. So he was more of a defender than he was anything. He was an elite defender on championship teams. So with that being said, is it a stretch to think that he's a legit Hall of Famer? I don't know if he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but when I think about guys like Tim Hardaway, I mean, is he better than Kevin Johnson? I don't know if he's better than Kevin Johnson, to be quite honest with you.
So that's where we get into this, Chill.
Right.
What's more important for like Hall of Fame and things like that? What's more important is the resume more important than the skill set? Like, what's more important for the Hall of Fame?
I think the resume is more. I think the resume is looked at a lot different than the skill set, because there's plenty of players who are better players in terms of skill, but aren't in the Hall of Fame off the strength that they didn't produce as much. Because that's solely what the Hall of Fame is about. The Hall of Fame isn't about, you were really nice with the basketball or you were ridiculously skilled. No. Okay, well, what did that lead to, right? So because a lot of these guys, it led to more, that's why they're in the Hall of Fame. Like, you look at a guy like Andre Iguodala. Is Andre Iguodala more skill? I'm thinking about Hall of Fame guys that are not as skilled as Andre Iguodala. And you can look at these guys and go, all right, Andre Iguodala is a better player than him. Sean Marion is a better player than this guy from a basketball standpoint. But he in the Hall of Fame, Sean Marion is not. So your resume, what you produce with the Hall of Fame, definitely counts more than anything. Because if I look at, they about to retire Michael Cooper's jersey with the Lakers. Is Michael Cooper better than Andre Iguodala? I don't think so. But they about to hang his jersey up with the Lakers, right? So this is but what did Michael Cooper produce as opposed to what Andre Iguodala produced? Stuff like that. That's what they look at with the Hall of Fame. What exactly did you produce?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I guess that's fair. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where I think that's kind of where the disconnect happens in basketball discourse. You know what I'm saying? You got people that value production, people that value skill set, people that value accolades, and it's just like, what is the Hall of Fame all about?
Right.
I
was always a fan, though. I was always a fan, Ox, of both. My skill set, my production is a result of what my skill set is, and the accolades are basically the icing on the cake of everything that I produced. So it's almost like a guy who, when your skill set, you could get in a bad system too, but if your skill set is awesome and you're not producing like you should, we do have to look at you, but we also have to look at your situation. Prime example would be yesterday talking about Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley talked about how Eric Spoelstra made him get off the ball when he first got there. He's like, as soon as he touched the ball, pass the ball, move the ball. And then he'd say stuff like, this isn't, rinky dink or dinky dunk summer league, stuff like that. That kind of stuff can screw you up, even though you got a better skill set than this guy or that guy. You could possibly be a better player than this guy, that guy. But if you get in the wrong system, you can completely be screwed up. So I do care about your skill set, but I also care about what you produce. And it also has a lot to do with you being in the right system too, because you could get screwed up in the wrong system.
Right. So today, we are the title of the show. We're talking about super early, way too early predictions, right?
Yep.
And we'll get to that, y'all. In the meantime, I want to remind y'all that tomorrow at Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, make sure to be here at Players Choice for the PCL. We got 16 of the best bettors in the world. We're going to be here. Y'all make sure that you don't miss it. Chill, you're not going tomorrow. You just went.
I just went Wednesday.
On Right. Yeah, we both did. That's right. Tomorrow we got another star-studded event. Y'all make sure y'all don't miss it. In the meantime, another thing is go to playerschoicemerch.com. Make sure you grab some merch. It's really simple. Go online, just like you order things on Amazon. Pretty much the same thing. Go on there, order something for yourself, your lady, your friends, your kids, parents, cousins, nieces, aunties, uncles, everybody. Get some Players Choice merch, y'all. Make sure to do that. Y'all. If you're not there tomorrow, I will know, and we will hold you accountable.
I don't know how Ox be knowing this stuff, but he know who there and who ain't there. I don't know how he do it, but he just know. I don't know how, but he knows.
I pay attention, Chill. I pay attention. You know, we got some topics to get to, Chill, but today I'm feeling like let's let the people up a little early.
All right.
That's all right with you?
All right. What's going on?
We got some people in the lobby.
Yeah.
Jordan sent a super chat earlier. So let's bring up my man Jordan.
What up?
What's up, Jay?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah. What up?
Yo, what's up?
What up?
Do we have to talk about something specific?
What's on your mind?
Do we got to talk about something specific, or we talk about anything?
What's what I'm asking you? What's on your mind?
You pull it up?
Yeah. What's on your mind, bro?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Chill. I think you're severely underrating the Jets. They've gotten better on the defensive side. They beefed up the whole line. Aaron Rodgers, I've been watching the training camp. It looks like he's going to come back close to his 2022, 2023 form.
Yep.
I just think they're a better overall team than the 49ers. So I can see them winning at least 12 games. Yes.
If we and first of all, your secondary is not close to my offensive, my wide receivers. You think that Aaron Rodgers at 40 years old is better than Brock Purdy today?
Chill, don't do that.
Are you seriously doing that?
Chill,
I need you. What I need you to do is I need you to take your fan hat off for a second.
You got to take yours off.
This is what I'm asking you. I need you to take your fan hat off for a second and take a 40-year-old quarterback coming off a season-ending injury. A 40-year-old quarterback coming off a season-ending injury. He's better than a quarterback who just had an all-pro season. That's what you're telling me right now.
But chill, there's context to that. There's context why Brock Purdy
let's talk about the context. Sure,
he has one of the best O-lines in the league. He has the best running back in the league.
Yeah.
One of the best tight ends in the league. He has Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Defense, top 10 defense in the league. You got to apply context. Brock Purdy, he's a very overrated quarterback. There's nothing that he does to a great to good level. He's just average. He's a system quarterback. Aaron Rodgers clears that fraud.
Now, Aaron Rodgers clears that front when? Does he still clear that front today?
Yes, he's better.
Because you just told me how much better your team is today. And the reason why your team is better today than it was last year when you didn't make the playoffs is because of one reason and one reason only. That's Aaron Rodgers is going to be back in the fold. So because Aaron Rodgers, you still think he's at 40 years old with a season-ending injury, which was non-contact, by the way. Non-contact. The reason why y'all didn't make the playoffs because you're only as good as your backup quarterback. Aaron Rodgers goes out, y'all go back in the tank. Y'all go right back in the tank. And the idea of the system quarterback, that's such a casual take, and you know it is. And the reason why you know it is because everybody is a system quarterback. Peyton Manning was a system quarterback. Joe Montana was a system quarterback. Drew Brees was a system quarterback. They're all system quarterbacks. To sit there and say that because you're a system quarterback, we're going to hold that against you is such a casual take. And I know that you know football better than that. You 100% know football better than that.
The reason why he's a system quarterback, he makes no game-breaking plays. He just plays in the offense. He gets his check down to CMC. Checks down to CMC. Checks down to
That's not true. The NFC Championship proved that last year against Detroit.
That was the one game. That was the one game though.
So
he got bailed out by that Brandon Ayuk.
That's not true, man. That's not true. No.
Brock Purdy,
come on. You're selling me a 40-year-old quarterback. That's what you're trying to sell me.
Yes, he's still better than Brock Purdy. Yes.
You're trying to sell me a 40-year-old quarterback coming off a season-ending injury. That's what you're trying to sell me. And I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers isn't fantastic. I'm just saying that we're talking about a guy who at 40 years old, 40. I want to make sure that I hammer that point home. 40 years old, coming off a season-ending injury. He didn't play all last season. And now he's going to get back in the lineup, and you expect him to be what he was 2 years ago in his MVP form. Like 2 years isn't a huge deal.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, Chill. But
no, you don't, B. No, you don't.
Yes, I feel like you said I have the fan hat on. You have the fan hat on now. I feel like even though bro's having about 12 wins. Yeah, the Jets defense, it was a top 5 defense. The only reason why the Jets were winning any games, we had Zach Wilson was a top 3 worst quarterback in the league. The only reason we were winning games is because we had such a dominant defense. Secondary is good. One of the best D lines in the league. I just feel like you're underrating the Jets. And then Aaron Rodgers is going to come back. I can see him having a comeback year and win the MVP.
At 40, if that happens, my
come back here and win the MVP.
Yes.
I will. Jordan, if that happens, my man, I want to make sure that you come back here because I will bow down and go. You know what, my man, you were 100% right.
Hey Jordan, can I ask Jordan where are you from, bro? Where do you reside, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, right now I'm in Minneapolis. I live in Minneapolis right now.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not even a Jets fan. I'm a Packers fan. So I'm just loyal to A-Rod. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like capping for him though. I'm just being just honest. Like he's
100%
way better.
you are.
Better. He's
100% you are.
Sure, you're not capping
no,
for
and
him.
then
100% you
also
are.
wait, but chill. You got to add into the fact. Garrett Wilson. He's gonna take that 3rd year jump. You don't see him. I can
Is
see
he?
him being a top five wide receiver this next year.
With Aaron Rodgers,
Yes,
he should be, right?
I can see
With
1,400
with
yards.
Aaron Rodgers, he should be. And you talk about, it's interesting that you talk about, it's interesting you talk about having the best tight end, the best running back. Like, were you talking about Christian McCaffrey like this like 4 years ago when he was in Carolina when he kept
There's
getting banged up?
context to that. Chill.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
They're one of the worst O-lines in the league. What are you talking about?
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Christian McCaffrey leading the league in rushing? What are we doing?
That's
on,
yes,
man.
he's that's what I'm saying. He's the best running back in the league.
And then you talk about defense. Then you talk about defense. If I'm not mistaken, I think my 49ers, I think we had the best defense in the league last year.
Nah, but I mean, you're gonna regress. I just have a feeling.
Of course. So again,
I get
okay.
it. I see what's going on here, Jordan.
No.
Yo, Jordan, appreciate you pulling up, fam.
Appreciate you, brother. No doubt.
You got cooked too. You got cooked too.
I absolutely believe. Thank you, brother. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
We'll bring a couple more guys up before we get back to the topics. Go James.
Yes, sir.
Peace, chill. Peace, Ox.
Peace, God. Peace, God.
Yo, they got to stop this, man. Why Trey Lance wasn't a system quarterback? Why Jimmy G wasn't a system quarterback? What happened to the system then? Why couldn't they run the offense like Brock Purdy does?
We couldn't. They couldn't do it, right? Meanwhile, Joe Montana plays in the West Coast offense, which is what? I'm sorry.
A system.
I just want to make sure I'm not going crazy here. I mean, and same thing with Donovan McNabb when he was in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
He played in the West Coast offense, which is what? I want to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly.
It's a system.
Okay, so I mean, see, Jay, it's such a casual take when you hear that system quarterback thing because they all play in systems, all of them. Every last one of them play in systems. Not one of them or two of them. They all play in systems. Tom Brady played in a system. Peyton Manning played in a system. Joe Montana played in a system. Drew Brees played in a system. They all play in systems. Every last one of them.
That's facts. That's just facts. And at the end of the day, Brock Purdy is a true quarterback. He's a starting quarterback, and they gotta put that to rest, man. The man took his team twice in a row, 2 years in a row to the NFC Championship game.
If he didn't get hurt, Jay, we beat Philly.
Exactly.
We beat Philly to go.
Exactly. And if Kyle Shanahan decided to really do the right game plan, and we would be Super Bowl champions.
We got Christian McCaffrey on the sideline against the Eagles in the NFC Championship. They asking him, "Can you play quarterback?" That's where we were. Our first, second, and third string quarterback went out of the lineup. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. They just tripping. And he talking about the Jets. Oh my God, I can't, man. The Jets. We really going there? Yes. Anyway, what was today's topic, brothers? What were y'all talking about before that?
We didn't get into too much. We just wanted, just brought up, went straight to the lobby.
Jay, before we get any further, what's the latest on the Zesties?
Oh, I told you they back in Stephen Curry's graces now. Stephen Curry now is the best player in the NBA today.
Here we go.
He's better than Joker. That's what they're telling us.
They're not telling us that. They're not telling us that, Jay. Are you serious?
Come on, I hear everything, man. I got spies everywhere. I got it going on, man. I got it going on, man. I got people reporting to me, man. They telling me all these Zesty Jeffrey lies.
The Zesties is now back on the Steph Curry train. That's what.
Hold on, go James. Who is the best player in the NBA today?
Still Joker. Still Joker. Without a doubt.
I do.
Yeah, still Joker. Still Joker. Now the question is, who's the best American player?
Mm-hmm. Right. I think it's Jason Tatum. I'm still on that.
I'm with you. I'm with you there, chill. I'm with you there. Well, what about you, Ox?
I'm fine with that. I won't argue that.
You want to argue that?
Yeah, I won't argue that.
I mean, you can. We are on PC. That's your job. Go ahead and make an argument. Go ahead.
I won't argue that, but I'm saying though, like Joel Embiid did play on the Olympics team, so
yes, he did.
Oh, hey, he's a Frenchman.
from Cameroon, by the way.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. But you should have heard them last week. I'm the first person in basketball history to make Michael Jordan fans look at a Michael Jordan highlight reel in disgust. Did y'all know I did that?
I did not know you did that, Jay. How'd you manage that?
Because I showed them that Michael Jordan couldn't jump 48 inches in vertical. Like he never get his head to the rim. So I showed them a bunch of highlights of Michael Jordan trying to dunk and never did his head hit the rim or even get close to the rim. And they were in disgust. They were upset. They were like, why you keep showing this? I was like, this is Michael Jordan's highlight reels. Why y'all don't want to see it? They
That's
didn't want to see it.
Bro,
So
that's interesting.
put it in the books. I am
Yeah.
the first person to make Michael Jordan fans look at a highlight reel of Michael Jordan in disgust. Give me a clap.
Now remember, Ox. So real quick, Ox. So as you know, I'm not a fan of any team, but my man Goat right here, he's a Miami Heat fan, and he's been actively. I want to make sure, Ox, you understand that he's been actively recruiting me to get on the Miami Heat train. Chill, you down here. You always tell you. I always hear you talk about Bam, how much you love Bam. Always hear you cooking Jimmy. You might as well just get on our train right now. And
might as well. Might as well. He talk about Jimmy the way we talk about Jimmy. We're tired of Jimmy as well, right? We have to defend Bam left and right, right? And he's already down here in South Florida. We got the best weather. We got the best cheerleaders. We got the best. Well, we don't have the best arena no more. Can you believe the Clippers are going to have the best arena now in basketball? That's crazy. But still, it's Miami. We got Spo. We got culture. He over here talking about players. He's a player fan. He's a player fan. You believe that, Ox? You have a team, Ox?
Yeah,
I got a team.
What? Oh, you a King
fan?
Yeah, the real best arena in the NBA. Yeah, but what's up though, Go James? You had something you wanted to holler about, or?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to holler at you, John, man. First off, Ox, I want to say you keep doing your thing on the night. What is that? Night court.
Ox Court.
Oh, Ox Court, yeah.
Or Ox Court. That's a great thing you're doing now. I'm starting to keep a track of that right there. That's some good stuff you got going on there. Other than that, man, listen, don't let the Zesty Jeffries come up here and lie. All right? Make sure you call them out for every lie that they throw in the world. Because again, I'm telling y'all, we are identifying, we're cataloging, we're marking all Zesty Jeffries, and we're getting them ready for their burial. It's over for them. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for the Zesty Jeffries. That's it. No more hating on LeBron. No more hating on this era. No more hating on these players. Just appreciate the game for what it is, or go back and watch the 90s, which we know they don't want to go do.
They done with them. Yep.
They don't.
All right, Go James. Appreciate you, fam.
My man.
These brothers, y'all be good, man. Catch
yes,
y'all.
sir. Yes, sir. You went out.
Chill. You want to get into some of your early predictions? That is what the show is about today. Do you want to get into some of your way too early predictions?
Let's do that, Ox. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm down to do that. Sure.
Let's start with some individual accolades. Who do you see potentially being the rookie of the year this year?
The rookie of the year this year. I was on the fence about it, but I really love this kid that the Lakers got, and Dalton. I think he's going to be in the conversation for rookie of the year. Yes, I do. I think he's going to, because I feel like what they're going to do with him, just in terms of I feel like JJ very much what Darvin Ham did with Prince, how he saw a lot of himself in Prince. I feel like JJ sees a lot of himself in this kid Dalton as a shooter, as a scorer. I think he's going to add a lot of him to their offense, and I think he's going to be involved in a lot of stuff that they do, just as a bucket getter, right? Him, and I think the kid from the Bulls, Mateus.
Oh, yeah,
I think he's going to be at the top of that list. So I think it's going to be Dalton. I think it's going to be Mateus, and the big kid from Washington, Sarr.
Sarr, yeah.
And that those are the three guys that I'm thinking about off the top of my head, because I feel like with more than anything with Mateus, the Bulls are going to be bad. And you hear a lot of times, Ox, when you hear people saying stuff like, the rookie of the year, this team made the playoffs. Ox, I went over this 1,000 times already. So from 1990 to 1999, 7 of the 9 guys who won rookie of the year didn't make the playoffs. From 2000 to 2009, I think 6 of the 9 guys did not make the playoffs. I think from 2010 to 2019, I think it was 4 or 5 guys. So the playoffs don't matter. The playoffs don't matter nearly as much.
Right. For like rookie of the year and stuff.
No, it doesn't. No, that doesn't matter at all. So guys like Mateus, who's going to be on the bench because I think the Bulls are going to be bad. Guys like Mateus, him, and I think this kid Sarr. I think those guys are going to be right at the top of the list. But if I had to pick one, I think it could be that kid from the Lakers, Dalton.
Wow,
I think they stole him. To be honest with you, Ox, I do. I think they stole him in the draft.
There's no way he should have went to 17, right?
No.
Yeah, that's
way.
Crazy.
It
That's
reminds me of
crazy.
Jaquez. It reminds and Ox, if I'm not mistaken, this was around February or March when you was telling me, chill, Jaime Jaquez should be the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
So I feel the same way about Dalton.
Okay. Okay. So that's rookie of the year. What about DPOY?
The defensive player of the year. It's the guy who I thought it was going to be a year ago, and I think this year is going to be much better because I feel like they're going to be a much better team. I think it's going to be Evan Mobley. I think he gets back to him being a top defensive player in the game. I think he improves on the perimeter. I think his rebounding gets better. He bulked up last season. I think he's going to get even stronger this year. One of the main reasons why he wasn't in contention because he got hurt and he got injured and he missed a lot of time. So because of that, I think this year coming up, I feel like this year coming up, I feel like Evan Mobley is going to be right back at the top of the defensive player of the year board. I think it's going to be him, Bam, and a lot of people talk about Wemby. I won't argue that, but I think it's going to be Evan Mobley.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I can see that. I mean, Evan, we already know Evan got the goods. We know he has the capability, the body, the movement. He's got the perfect build for it. He's got some tough competition though.
Yep.
And I mean, Anthony Davis has never won one, right?
Nope. Bam neither. Which, by the way, Ox, if you look at all the awards that we talking about, league MVP, 6 man of the year, I think the defensive player of the year might be the toughest one, yo. Yeah. I think that might be the toughest one of all of them, to be honest with you, considering how many great defensive players that we have in the league this year.
Right. Okay. DPOY, Evan Mobley. The main one, MVP. What are we looking at?
I don't think Joker sees another one. And the reason why I don't think he sees another one is because now what he's done, that's the standard for him. So he has to do something astronomical in order for them to win. So, losing what he lost last year in terms of losing KCP, right? In terms of losing the guys that he lost, Denver's got to go to, because he already won it as a 6 seed. So Denver's got to be at the top of the list again. And with Denver being at the top of the list, Denver being at the top of the West, he's got to do something astronomical. It's got to be 30, 13, 9, or 32, 33, 13, 9, and all the numbers across the board where Denver is just, I already know that they're one of the main reasons why they go, not the only reason why they go is because of him. I don't think Joker wins it. Giannis has to do so much for that Milwaukee team. And I think Milwaukee is fool's gold. But I do think that in terms of regular season odds, I do think that they're going to be at the top of the East. I do think they're going to be one of the top 3, possibly 4 seeds. And that's going to be largely due to Giannis. Giannis is going to be the main reason why that. He's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised to see Giannis as a 28, 29, 12, and 8 guy. But that's Giannis. That's the standard of Giannis. So same reason why Joker's not going to win it. I think that's the same reason why Giannis wouldn't win it anyway. I think Giannis has to do something way more than that. I think the fan favorite is going to be SGA, considering Oklahoma City is going to be at the top of the West. So I think that you could see SGA be in the league MVP this year off the strength that, they're going to have a much better team. He's going to be the catalyst. He's going to be the catalyst to that group. So I think he's going to be at the top of the list. I wouldn't be surprised if SGA won the league MVP. I think Jason Tatum's going to be in that conversation this year too, though. Off the strength of what happened over this summer and what happened last year. I wouldn't be surprised if Jason Tatum was in that conversation this season.
And Luka?
And to be honest with you, Ox, I feel like we're in a space where, I don't know what else Luka can do. He went 34, 9, and 9 last year. What else can this dude do?
Right.
And every year over the last 4 years, Luka's been the favorite to win the league MVP. And he finished last year was the first time he finished in the top 3. Before that, it was 6, it was 8, it was 6, like stuff like that. So I don't know what else Luka can possibly do to win the league MVP except for Dallas to win more. That's the only way that this happens. Dallas has to be at minimum, Dallas got to be a top 3 seed for it to be a legit conversation in terms of Luka winning the league MVP. Because from a statistical standpoint, there's really not much else he can do that he hasn't done. I don't know what that 34 go to 37, that 9 assists that goes to 12 assists. That 12 assists. I mean, them 9 rebounds, that goes to 11 rebounds. I don't know what else he can do that he hasn't done already, except for win more. That's it.
Do you have a pick for 6 man most improved clutch
6 man of the year, the best rotation player in the game? Because I mean, there's a bunch of different guys that are great rotation players that I feel like are going to help teams. Ox, this is somebody that this might be a hot take. I don't know, but I love this kid, Najee Marshall in Dallas, man. I think he's going to be big for what they're doing.
Really? Najee got action at 6 man.
I think he's going to be huge for what they're doing this year. Everything that they have, right? Everything that they have in Dallas tells me that this kid, Najee, can come off the bench and give them ridiculous minutes and be really good for them. If I'm looking at everything that Dallas has, I'm looking at him thinking to myself, man, this kid could really help them. I don't think we talk nearly as much about how good he is defensively, but I do know this: when you're talking about the 6 man of the year, you got to be a bucket getter. And I don't know. I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure if he's enough of a bucket getter, but I think that I think that the other stuff he does, I think it's going to be right there. Him, I feel like that kid Wiggins in Oklahoma City. I feel like he's going to be in. I feel like he's going to be in the conversation because I think he's the first rotation guy off the bench in Oklahoma City. I think him, Najee Marshall is a guy that I'm thinking about. Those are the 2 guys that I'm thinking about off the top of my head that I can think about off the top of my head.
Right. And MIP, you got the most improved?
The most improved player? Well, it's got to be a young guy, right? And when I say a young guy, I'm thinking like a guy that's been in the league for probably 3 or 4 years, something like that. And if I'm thinking about a guy that's been in the league for 3 or 4 years and maybe can take that next step and be the most improved player, it could be Evan Mobley. That wouldn't surprise me at all. It could be Evan Mobley. In addition to being the defensive player of the year, he could be the most improved too.
Who has done that before, Chip? Who has done that? Most improved? Nobody.
Nobody has done that.
Okay. Well, just for the heck of it, what about a clutch player of the year?
The clutch player of the year. It's definitely going to be some. I definitely think that's going to be one of the old heads. I don't think it's going to be somebody that we don't know already. I mean, if they already gave it, right? If they've already given it to Steph Curry, I mean, what is clutch player of the year? Clutch player of the year is obviously a dude that gets buckets, right? It's obviously a dude that gets buckets in the meat and potatoes of games. It doesn't really matter about steals and stuff like that. I mean, I think DeMar DeRozan came in second. He's been in the league for 16 years. Curry been in the league for 15 years. So it's probably going to be one of those guys. When you're talking about a guy at the end of games who is that awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if Luka was in that conversation. That would not surprise me at all if Luka was in that. So,
So De'Aaron got it, Curry got it. Now I'm thinking, okay, for sure. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the good stuff. Oh, well, wait, first. Let's get to the good stuff. All right, who's going to the finals?
Who's going to the finals? I think the road to the
who's going to the Western Conference Finals?
So the road to the Western Conference Championship obviously goes through Dallas, right? So Dallas is going to be back. They did have a favorable matchup. They were able to have some fortune, but Oklahoma City is going to be a problem. Minnesota is going to be better. Denver is going to be back. Of the teams that I see going to the finals in the Western Conference, I think I very well think Oklahoma City could do it, but I give the Lakers one more shot at it. I'm going to give them one more chance. That's it.
Really?
This is the last hurrah I am with the Lakers. I'm out after this. I'm going to give them one more chance. But the team that I think the team that I think is going to the NBA Finals out of the Western Conference, I think it's Minnesota. I do. I see Minnesota and Oklahoma City in the West Finals, and I see Minnesota overtaking them. That's the team that I see in the West Finals. I'm gonna get the Lakers one more shot of being in contention. But after that, I'm out. After this year, I'm out.
And how about out east?
Out east, the road to the NBA championship goes through Denver. I'm sorry, out east, the road to the NBA championship goes through Boston. I don't see anybody in the Eastern Conference beating them 4 times in a week. Nobody. I don't. And the reason why is because I feel like from top to bottom with that unit, everything that they do offensively, they're one of the best teams in the league. They make you play the way they play, which is shooting the long ball. Defensively, they're at the top of the league. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the league. As good as the Knicks are, the Knicks, I don't think, can match them offensively in terms of shooting. I don't think that the Knicks can do that. We still got to get Julius Randle to buy into what we're trying to do. I think he will. But the jury is still out on that. I'm out on the 76ers, and the reason why I'm out on the 76ers because their best player is made of glass. I know how good he is as a talent, but their best player is made of glass. They still haven't gotten anybody in Milwaukee to protect Damian Lillard, and because they haven't done that, I'm out on Milwaukee. Indiana, they're not sneaking up on anybody this year. They came out of nowhere. I think that this year Indiana not necessarily takes a huge step back, but people are more conscious of them now. So because people are more conscious of them now, I don't think that they'll be in the middle of it like they were last year. And the fortune that they had last year, I think that you're asking a lot from them. That's what I'm that's what I'm thinking with those guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, so with that being said, we got a coach of the year.
It's interesting that, and I don't know if you know this, Ox, but Spo has never won coach of the year. Never.
For real?
Spo has never won coach of the year.
So you got him this year then?
I don't know about this year, but I was just thinking about that. The coach of the year. So the coach from Oklahoma City, he won coach of the year. I thought he did a great job. I can't say the coach from Minnesota because we already know who they are. You can't just give it to I can't give it to the best coach on the best team, but you can't come out of nowhere neither. So a coach like Coach Mazzulla, who he proved that, what I did 2 years ago when I first got the job, when I had no idea what I was doing, he proved the next year that what I did wasn't a fluke because they could have very well lost that. So, Jason Tatum played the most games out of everybody. He had Kristaps Porzingis for as many games as he had him for. He was in and out of the lineup. So was Drew Holiday, Derek White. I think Coach Mazzulla could win the coach of the year this year, but I'm going to give it to Coach Atkinson in Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going to be a top 3 seed this year. Ooh. I think that he got a raw deal when he was in Brooklyn. He's a damn good coach. He's going to be a lot better this year. I think Coach Atkinson wins coach of the year.
That's a sneaky pick, a good pick too. I like that. I like that, Coach Atkinson. I do. I definitely do. Let's see what who we got back here. Let's see what Multi Kenny feels about that. What's up, Kenny?
What up? Do we have him?
Okay, we'll move on to Marcus.
What up?
What's up, bro? What's up?
What up?
What's up, Box, man? This is my first time ever meeting you, so nice to meet you.
What up, fam?
All right, so for I'm finna just start off with MVP. For MVP, I got Ant. I got Ant for MVP.
He's an Ant guy, though, just so you know, Ox. That's his guy.
For sure.
He think Ant is the top 3 guard ever today.
No, I don't. That's a lie.
Relax, bro. Relax.
Stop lying.
Relax, bro.
Marcus, did you not just tell me a couple of days ago that you thought Anthony Edwards was behind Jordan?
No, I didn't. I said future top 3. I said future top 3 shooting guard.
Okay, so let me rephrase that. You think he's a future top 3 pick all time? I mean, top 3 2 guard all time. My apologies.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think he's just gonna improve on everything this year, like points per game, assists, and rebounds. They probably I think they beat OKC out for the first seed. And for DPOY, I got Wemby. I don't he was second last year. He very well could have been DPOY.
Right.
So and he just gonna improve on it. So with the voters.
Now with defensive players. With being the defensive player of the year, right? So with being the defensive player of the year, and we know who you are as a defender. We know how good you are as a defender. We know that you can get better. But we also know that you're young. So with knowing that you're young, we can also attack your deficiencies. Now, of course, I've seen guys, just like Rudy Gobert did, I seen Wemby shift guys from in other directions away from the rim. But
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's coaches who watch film on Wemby. Okay, you can attack him this way. You can attack him that way. Just like teams do with Rudy Gobert. Just like teams do with Embiid. Just like teams do with Anthony Davis. And just like teams do with Bam Adebayo. Difference is that those guys are a lot older and they're smarter. So I'm not saying that I'm overrating Wemby, but I think a lot of you guys are jumping the gun on him. I just do. I'm not saying that he's not going to be that dude. I just think that it's a little bit too early. Just like you are with Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards is winning the league MVP. I just don't think it's this season. But I do think he's going to be a league MVP one day.
So what are you thinking? Like
2 more years tops. 2 more years. I don't think he's there yet, but I think he's getting close.
Right.
Yes, I think he's damn close. I don't think he's there yet, but I think he's getting close.
For the team I got going to the finals, I got Minnesota too.
Mm-hmm.
And the Celtics. I think the Celtics, like, look, I know the East has made improvements, but let's be honest, it's really just all fluff. It's all fluff. It's all fluff. You know what I mean? It's just making the East better, making it more entertaining. But I don't think nobody's stopping. You know, I don't think nobody's stopping the Celtics.
So all you dudes in the East, so let me make sure I'm understanding you, Marcus. All you dudes in the East, okay, you got better. Y'all still ain't better than these dudes. I just want to make sure I'm understanding you.
Just making it a better show.
Y'all nice. I like what y'all did. Y'all still ain't better than these dudes, though.
You're just making it a better show, bro. That's
okay. You still gonna get knocked out. You just ain't gonna get knocked out. You ain't gonna get knocked out in the second round instead of.
It's gonna be tougher.
So instead of you getting knocked out in the second round, you're gonna get knocked out in the 6th or the 7th round. All right, I get that.
Or instead of getting knocked out in 5 games, you get knocked down in 6. You know what I mean? You make it a little bit more competition.
More interesting. You still ain't better than them, though. All right, I can give it that.
I guess that counts. You know?
6th man of the year, I got Malik Monk or Naz Reid again. I don't think Najee Marshall's gonna get it because I don't think he's gonna have I think he'll have like the defensive stats for it, but I don't think he's gonna have the offensive stats for it.
That's
and you know, with for 6th man of the year, they usually always give it to like, you know, Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams, like all these guys I'm gonna name.
The spark plug type guys off the bench for sure.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
They can give you like 15 easy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask, while you're here, Marcus, let me ask. Okay. I want to ask you, Marcus, you doing the dishes right now?
Yes, he is.
No, I'm cooking.
Oh, okay. What you cooking, fam?
Literally. Figuratively and literally.
No, not literally.
Okay.
Eggs and sausage, it ain't that much.
No doubt. But chill. I wanted to ask you this because is Klay Thompson starting on that team?
Yeah, he's starting small forward.
Yeah. Okay. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
Marcus, did you have anything else before we let you go?
All right, I mean, let me just get my championship. I got the Wolves winning against the Celtics.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're going to see about that. Yeah, we're going to see about that. Good to talk to you, brother.
You too.
Everybody, don't get me wrong. I can appreciate the Minnesota lot because I think I thought they was going to be in the finals. I thought after they beat Denver, I thought the Denver-Minnesota winner was the Western Conference champion. And then they ran into a buzzsaw with Dallas. That was just a bad matchup for them. Just like Minnesota was a bad matchup for Denver. Could that happen again? Sure, it could, but I feel like Minnesota is more prepared this year than they were in years past. And this is probably the best team that they've had since they had KG in 2004. This is probably the best team that they've had.
Well, I was 100% on board with that too. I definitely thought Minnesota was going to the championship for sure.
I did.
Shocked us, no doubt. Let me bring Multi Kenny back up. Let me see. Kenny, you there? No,
nope.
Okay. Oh yeah. There you go. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, y'all hear me?
What up?
Yep.
Hey, what's good, y'all?
What up?
I had a couple things I want to talk about. One, just kind of season predictions. First season prediction. I think the Boston Celtics going back to the finals this year. But I think there's going to be a 7-game series in the East Conference Finals with the Knicks. And I think Boston's going to win it at home. In the West, I think Denver's done. I don't think they made enough moves on the offseason to really address some of the issues that they are missing. I'm not the most confident in the Westbrook signing.
Let me ask you this
so
before you go any further. Further, when you say you're not confident in Westbrook signing, what do you think they bring in Russ for? Because I want you to take I want you to take your fan hat off for a second with Russ and forget who Russ used to be. Russ is a rotation guard today. That's who he used to be. So what are you expecting from Russ?
Well, that's the thing. I don't have high expectations for Russ. I think they're trying to fill the role they lost when they lost Bruce Brown. Like I just think they're trying to give that backup guard depth for Jamal Murray and Jokic, that backup playmaker. I think that's all well and good, but I just still think they're rather thin when it goes into their rotation. I think they're still going to end up playing like what they did this season. It was like 8 men deep, maybe 7, if I'm not mistaken. So I still don't think they've addressed those issues, especially, if Michael Porter Jr.'s shots aren't falling, Jamal Murray's going cold. I just don't think they've addressed those issues. That's why I'm not really the biggest, I'm not the most confident in the Nuggets. I think the only thing is that they're definitely making the playoffs. And I'm not going to say that.
But they did win it. I think we just lost them, but
they
did win the NBA championship with a 7-man rotation though. They did do that. I mean, it wasn't like, even though I'm one of these people that think you need 9 or 10 guys to win it. I mean, they won it with 7 guys. So if Michael Porter, his shot isn't going, I mean, does that go away from how good their 2-man action is between both Joker and Jamal Murray? Can they supplement that? They've already proven that they can.
Well, I think they can to some degree, but especially with last playoff, when Jamal's shot's not falling and then it's relying more on Jokic on the score, like you can see that they struggled, especially against the team like the Timberwolves. Yeah, especially when they went against them. And I just think that's just going to be an issue, and that's why I'm more so in the line of I think it's going to be Timberwolves and OKC, depending on seeding. If OKC and Timberwolves are the 1 and 2, that I think it's going to be that. If either of them are not 1 and 2, they're going to take, like I said, they're probably going to take each other out in second, probably second round or something like that. It all depends. But I'm looking forward to probably a Celtics OKC final, and I want OKC to win. I want OKC to win the finals. So that's my predictions.
Any particular reason? Any particular reason why you want OKC to win the finals?
Oh, I would just like to see a young team like that to win early. Like I want them to see success early. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Not like I like a lot of these guys in the chat be like, oh, I want Jason Tatum to lose. No, it's just I want to see a young team.
So there's no agenda here. Okay, I got you.
Young team.
Want to see a young team be around for a while. I can get with that. Sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We're so used to the Tatum haters,
Yeah, we're so used to them. Yes, we are. So, all right, brother. Good to talk to you, my man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop what you're doing. You're doing great content, Ox. Don't stop.
Right on. Appreciate you, Kim.
Absolutely.
All right. Chill. We got the national televised schedule.
Here we go.
You already know I got a problem
already. I try not to get my boy Ox blood. It's early in the morning on the West Coast, just so y'all know, right? It's early on the West Coast, right? So I do my best not to get my man Ox blood pressure up. I do my best. But this right here, I couldn't hold this back. I had to. I immediately had to go right to him and go, what is this about? Why is this going on? And immediately when I do that, of course, I get my man blood pressure up. So
I can't handle this. I can't handle this. I can't. 12 games? Oh my God. 12. It's an 82 game season. 12 games?
That's it, Ox. That's it. That's basically one. That's basically one. Almost a little more than 1 game a month on national television. Y'all got. That's it.
I swear.
I'm trying to get my guy. And it doesn't help that Sacramento, they got a new building, they got a playoff team up there, they got a damn good team. All-Star game never been up in Sacramento before. Can I get a satisfactory answer on that? But again, I'm trying to turn my man Ox down. I ain't trying to turn him up. I'm not trying to turn my man Ox up.
Well, I got some good news for y'all. I got some great news for y'all. The Lakers get 39 games.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's great, right? The Golden State Warriors get 36 games. I don't care that LeBron James and Steph Curry are old. I don't care. Like, the Warriors suck. The Lakers ain't much better. They got 39 in 36 games, and we got 12.
So, Ox, okay, real quick. So the Lakers with the 39 games, I can appreciate the James effect, right? I do understand that. LeBron James is still in the NBA. It's in Los Angeles, and they're going to do everything that they can to keep James and the Lakers relevant. I can appreciate that. The Warriors also, Steph Curry being Steph Curry coming off the Olympics, even though they already made this TV schedule anyway. This was even before the Olympics. But Steph Curry also being with the Warriors, I don't think that they're going to be very good this season. I don't. And the fact that they put them on Boston as the world champs. All right, Ox, I got that. Okay, Ox. I do understand that part. That part does not shake me at all. Okay. I don't have an issue with that. My problem is when we get down to like 8 or 9, where why is Minnesota and Oklahoma City, why do they have less games on TV than the Phoenix Suns? Why are the Phoenix Suns on TV more than Oklahoma City and Minnesota? Because last I checked, Ox, if I'm building a brand, right, and I'm trying to sustain this, what I want to do is the league is the league is about young talent, and I want to push forward my young talent. The last thing that I want to do is continue to push other older guys. As good as KD is, as good as Book is, as good as Bradley Beal is, the future of the NBA is SGA, Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, guys like that. I want Anthony Edwards on TV as much as possible. And I'm not trying to hear the logic, Ox, that, they play in a small market. Because Oklahoma City, when they had KD, and when they had Russell Westbrook, they was on TV on the regular.
You said it right there, though. You said it right there. KD. Like, why can we respect the LeBron James effect and not respect the Kevin Durant effect?
Well, James is definitely more polarizing than KD. He'll say more. KD is more of a baller than he is a polarizing figure. That's who KD is. KD is known for just being solely that. James is box office because people talk about him way more about other things in addition to him being a baller, right? We all know that James is a baller. I don't think that I think that goes without saying. But KD is definitely a baller. And that's primarily what he is, right? That's primarily what he is. Meanwhile, guys like SGA, guys like Anthony Edwards, that Minnesota team, that Oklahoma City team, like these guys are the future. And like I just told you, I'm not buying the logic that they play in small medium markets. Man, I watched Oklahoma City on TV on the regular when they had Russ and they had KD and James Harden. When they had these dudes, they was on TV on the regular. And the reason why is because the league was pushing young guys, right? The league was pushing young guys, and I take no issue with that. So you need box office guys. That's James, 100%. That's Steph Curry, 100%. KD is not as much box office as Curry is, but he's definitely box office. You need young guys because this is the future of the league. The world champs, definitely, you got to put them on.
Chill, the Lakers and the Warriors got the most games.
That's still, I still don't have a set. Again, I don't have a set for that, except the fact box office. It's not because of the teams. Even though I'm giving the Lakers one more season, that's it. Because they
one
got
more season to do what?
And I do think they're gonna make. I do think they're gonna make the playoffs. I don't think the Golden State Warriors are making the playoffs. I don't.
Oh yeah, I expect the Lakers to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Although
I
do think that this is the year that a lot of hearts get broken.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that, Chill, is I think this might be the year. This might be the 82 games that finally take down the king. And I mean that with all due respect, because LeBron has proved everybody wrong time and time and time and time and time again. And honestly, chill. I went from I start showing Bron so much love because I didn't want to make the same mistake that I made with Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Like I made that mistake with Kobe, but I didn't appreciate Kobe until 2012, 2013, you know. And I didn't want to make that same mistake with Bron. So I start showing Bron love when he went back to Cleveland. But I thought that was the end of Bron.
Right.
How long has he been in LA? Like,
So
you know,
this is year 7 that we're going into.
Year 7, that's crazy. So it's like eventually it has to happen, and it's no way he can keep up this for 82 games more than like, you know, like I mean, I've never been 40 before, but I've been 33, you know, and it's like, bro, like at some point, like Father Time is going, he gonna come holler at you, right?
You
like,
can't keep doing this forever. You can't. Eventually, this is gonna come to an end. It has to.
And that's no hate. Like that's no hate. That's just facts, right? Like
that's not your opinion, Ox. In 10 years, he's not gonna be here. In 5 years, he's not gonna be here. He's not. And I know that you guys want to still think that he is gonna play forever. He's not. No. This thing is going to come to an end. It is.
That's why I say what I say, Joe. I think this might be the year where some hearts are broken, you know, and it happens. You know, it happened with me with KG, Paul Pierce, all these guys. You know, guys that I loved, and it happens. And I mean, we just saw what he did in the Olympics. That was a small sample size. I don't think he got the tank anymore to carry the team. So with I honestly, chill. I don't know. When I think about it. Maybe the Warriors might actually be better than the Lakers this year. Like, who has more in the tank, Steph or Bron?
Steph, because
who's more dangerous, Steph or Bron?
I still think it's James. I do, considering everything that he does. I still think he's more dangerous, and the fact that he's older and still is doing what he's doing. I mean, that's I feel like that speaks volumes toward him and how much better he's been. But with that being said, he is that. He's old. So, like, how much longer do you think this is going to go on? That's why, like I said, I got one more season and I'm out. I am out. I wouldn't, and I said this already, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why he signed the deal he signed, that 2-year deal with an opt after one. I wouldn't be surprised after this season if they ended up doing something substantial. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, they made the playoffs and they went to the West Finals again. And they lost. I wouldn't be surprised if he quit after next season. That would not surprise me. Like, yo, I'm out.
Would he quit after next season, or would he go back to Cleveland?
No.
No back to Cleveland to finish it out. Like what was it called when Kobe?
Oh, you talking about the farewell tour?
Farewell tour. I can see Bron doing that, going back to Cleveland for a farewell tour. That's not crazy.
A farewell tour. Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think a farewell tour would be a bigger deal with the Lakers than it would be with Cleveland, even though he's from Cleveland and the hometown. But I don't think that I don't think he would go back to Cleveland. Cleveland is on to something. James getting on that Cleveland roster for a farewell tour with Donovan Mitchell and Mobley and Jared Allen and that crew that's trying to win. That's going to be a circus, Ox. That's gonna be a circus, and I'm sure Coach Atkinson wants nothing to do with that. Nothing. I got a 41-year-old dude here. At that time, he's gonna be 40, going on 41 years old. I had a 41-year-old dude here who is basically, all of these people are gonna be living in nostalgia because we got this guy here, and we're basically paying homage to him. Meanwhile, I'm trying to keep my job, and I'm trying to win. I don't got time for this. I don't.
That's a squad. That's a good team. That's a good team, Jim. That's a good team.
You just said it. Just season might. This might, and I said it. I said it a couple of weeks ago when he ended up signing that deal, that 2-year deal. That I wouldn't be surprised if after the next season he called it quits.
Right.
I would not be surprised if he did that.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I don't want to. One thing I really want to stop doing is speculating on LeBron James. That's something I really want to stop doing. I you know what? This is the last time. Today, August 17th, 2024 is the last day I speculate on LeBron James. I'm done with it. I've been doing this for too long, and I can't do it no more. He's different. Real quick before we get back to the what's up, Chip?
Speaking of speculating, since we're on that subject, I'm going to speculate, and I'm going to say that, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Ox is right. I think the NBA got an agenda against the Sacramento Kings. Why are the Clippers on TV more than the Sacramento Kings? Why?
Ooh, I was trying to move past it.
No, I'm not getting off this, Ox. I'm not getting off this. We've seen the best of the Clippers. I'm over them dudes. Why are they still here? Why are the Sacramento Kings on TV less than the Los Angeles Clippers? Why are the Clippers on TV as much as Wemby? What are they doing on TV? Why are they on TV as much? No.
Because we don't get the reality conversation like everybody else does. You know what I mean? Like we don't get the conversation of Kevin Huerter getting hurt in the middle of the season. We don't get the conversation of De'Aaron Fox getting hurt 10 games into the season. We don't get the conversation of Malik Monk getting hurt with 15 games left. We don't get the conversation of Trey Lyles getting hurt at the beginning of February.
And by the way, Ox, you're not a play-in team. You're a playoff team.
Team.
Keep going, Ox. Keep going.
We don't get that conversation because it's the Sacramento Kings. We do not get that conversation.
Right.
We are not the same team we were in the 2010s. We have DeMontis Sabonis. We got De'Aaron Fox. We got franchise players. We were a terrible franchise at those times. Everybody knows that, but we don't get the conversation that other teams get. Oh, well, if this wouldn't happen, that. If this wouldn't happen, that. We don't get that. It's all your bums. We get DeMar DeRozan now, and we're bums. Like, no, nothing to talk about, nothing at all. The NBA hates Sacramento. I've been saying this. Chill. The first time I popped up on the panel. From when I was on the Sunday and Wednesday show, when y'all was doing the panel on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
No, Eastern time. I'm sorry. When y'all was doing the panel, and I wasn't on the panel, I was on the Wednesday and Sunday show.
Mm-hmm.
I came on the panel, and the first thing I told y'all is the NBA hates Sacramento. I got pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. I think Jill, the proof is in the pudding.
There's no reason.
And mind y'all, I tried to get away from it. I don't want to keep pushing this agenda because it's so obvious and I can't stand it.
But it is though. It is obvious, and there's no reason. Again, with a team like Sacramento, as good as they are, the young talent that they have. I mean, they lost 40. They won 46 games and literally just missed the playoffs. I think that's largely due to Malik Monk getting hurt and Kevin Huerter getting hurt. If those dudes were healthy, I think the Kings make the playoffs.
Trey Lyles is an important part
I gotta watch the clip. I gotta consistently watch the Clippers and go, yo, why are the Clippers on TV? Why are the Clippers still on TV? I've seen the best of the Clippers already. I'm over these dudes. I don't hate the Clippers. I'm just over them. It's like an ex-girlfriend. I don't hate you. I'm just over you. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. But if I never see you again, that won't bother me one bit. That's how I feel like the Clippers. I'm over them dudes. I am over them. That's it.
Oh, man, chill. And you know what, though? Chill? Now, I know I almost had a breakdown. Look, chill. I'm not going to lie. I felt water behind my eyes. I'm not going to lie to the people. Y'all know I got to give y'all the real me. I just almost had water behind my eyes. But what I do want to say is this, though. I'm not ready to be out on Kawhi. I'm sorry. Chill, I can't help it. I can't help it.
Again, just so you guys know, Ox is the dude. I'm telling him that his chick is, leave his chick alone. Ox don't want to leave her alone. He doesn't. I've been telling him for how long now, Ox, she ain't it, man. It's time to move on. Chill, I love her. I can't move on from her.
I do.
I can't move on from her. I can't. And I'm like, damn, what do we have to do to get this dude away from this chick? Because she ain't it no more. She not. Man. So, yeah, Ox, I don't appreciate the Clippers having more games than having the same amount of games as Wemby, having more games than Cleveland, having more games than Sacramento. Miami. I don't understand why they're on TV as much as they're on TV this season. I understand the new arena. It looks great. Yeah, sure. I like that part about it. But from a product standpoint, I'm good. I'm over the Clippers.
Yeah, no doubt. I understand that. I understand that. I do. Let's get back to the lobby real quick. Let me see what Davion got to say. What's up, Davion?
What up? What's up, brother?
So I got two things for y'all. So
yep.
First, I'm doing my power rankings for the East. I'm trying to figure out, am I sleeping on Heat? So I'm gonna name a couple teams who I think like throughout the regular season will have a better record than them, and let me know if y'all are gonna agree. So I got the Knicks, the Pacers, the Celtics, the 76ers, the Cavs, the Magic, and then the Bucks.
Lost me with the Pacers.
But no, just the regular season though, you gotta think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're gonna have more attention on them, more eyes on them, but you gotta think about it. They lost last year. They lost Benedict Mathurin off the bench. He helped them a lot. They getting a lot of their players back healthy. They gonna have a better system. I think they're gonna be better this next year. Not gonna be better than last year, but at least around the same way it was at.
Mm-hmm.
So
they also ain't sneaking up on nobody neither. Let's make sure we remember that.
That's cool,
part.
but I feel like they still got enough to be at least like somewhere towards like I say 5 through 8, somewhere around there.
So around 5. So if you look at last year, they won 47 games last season. Do you think that they're still around that next season, or does that 47 go to 50? Do they win 50 games? Do they win more games than that?
I say it probably stay around the same. But because I just don't know how the win's gonna calculate between everybody and where the Heat gonna end up, and because I think they're gonna be towards the end of the bottom of the East if they do make it.
I think that if you look at Boston, the Knicks, Milwaukee, Cleveland. Did you say Orlando?
Yeah, Magic. Yeah, Magic. Too.
Okay, so you did say Orlando. And
then 76ers.
Philly.
And that's like the solid teams right there, like the ones I can count.
I think the Heat fall in that Indiana, Milwaukee space. I think that they fall in that space because I think Milwaukee is going to be a top 4. I mean, because there was a point where Miami at one point I think they was a 5 seed. So, and this was late in the season that they were a 5 seed. They ended up dropping into the play-in tournament, but there was a point when they was a 5 seed. I think 50 wins. I mean, is that ridiculous to think for the Miami Heat? I don't think so. I don't.
Yeah, I just know, Jimmy be getting injured sometimes. Tyler Hero get injured, so I be trying to factor in stuff like that too. So, but Pacers, they got their injuries here and there too.
Yeah.
But that was it with that. But then I wanted both of y'all top 3 power rankings for East and the West. Like who y'all think gonna be top 3?
The top 3 the top 3 teams in the West, I think, are going to be Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and Memphis.
Memphis?
Yep. I think Memphis comes right back to where they were a couple of years ago. Nobody's talking about Memphis like they.
I see them 4, 5, 6 range.
You should be talking about Memphis. We should be talking about Memphis way more than we are. They get their whole crew back. They don't get some of their crew. They get their whole crew back, and they got the addition of Zach Edey, who's going to be the difference in what they're doing. So I think Memphis is going to be a top 3 seed. I think Houston's going to be a top 5 seed, to be honest with you. And in the East, and in the East, I think it's Boston. I think it's Boston. I think it's the Knicks, and I think it's a split between. I think it's a 3-way split between Cleveland, Orlando, and Milwaukee. And I'm going to say Cleveland is the 3rd seed in the East.
Okay,
maybe even the 2nd.
They definitely could, depending on how injuries affect the Knicks, but Cleveland, they've been going through the injuries too with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley recently. Even Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland taking time off getting injured. So it's just like.
And last year they were, and last year what were they, the 4 seed with them dudes getting injured? If we could get if you get some luck and get some health on your side, I think them dudes a top 3 seed, maybe even a top 2 seed.
Yeah, I don't blame you saying that.
Yep.
That's decent. That's decent. For me in the West, I have Minnesota, OKC, and New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I got New Orleans for sure.
Now, David, I understand. Now, wait a minute, David, because I know what you're thinking. Ox has the the bully on the block. That one dude on the block, the Debo on the block that nobody wants to see. That's who New Orleans is to Ox. Anytime Ox see New Orleans, he going the other way. I don't care who else is around. Soon as he see New Orleans, he like, yo, stay away from me. He don't want nothing to do with them on any level. Nothing to do with them dudes. So that's how he looks at New Orleans. Even no matter what they just did, that's how he look at New Orleans. He don't want.
What's your reasoning behind New Orleans? I need to hear it though. Like, what's your reasoning? They just lost Valanciunas. Didn't they lose Larry Nance Jr.? They lost Najee Marshall.
They just got DeJounte Murray too, though. Like, don't forget.
I mean, but they still got CJ. They still got Zion, who injured off and on. They still got Brandon Ingram. How he gonna play with DeJounte Murray? How they gonna ball handle?
This sounds like a squad to me, Davion. I don't know what y'all listening to. That sounds like a squad to me.
Who they starting
what?
Who they starting now though?
It don't matter. They're gonna get somebody. You got DeJounte, CJ, Herb, Trey, B.I., Zion. I don't care who else on the team. That sounds like a squad, bro. Like, hey, look, y'all might not feel me right now, but just like last year when I told y'all that the Clippers was gonna be all right until Kawhi got hurt, y'all didn't want to hear me.
I think the Kings gonna be better than the Pelicans. Guaranteed.
Listen, we not better than the Pelicans, bro. We not better than the Pelicans.
Next year with DeMar DeRozan, they gonna be better.
We don't want to play the Pelicans, Davion. We'll play
I ain't
anybody.
saying them against each other. I'm saying against the Western Conference.
I would rather play the Celtics than the Pelicans, Davion.
And by the way, Davion, he said this last year. He said this last year before the playoffs even started. If we got to play the Celtics, if we got to play the New Orleans, I ain't even watching the playoffs. He said that because he's so over them dudes. He don't want nothing to do with New Orleans. Nothing.
Look, I'd rather play Team USA than the Pelicans. All right.
I already know how you feel about them. I already know how you feel about them. I feel about that about the Nuggets. I feel like that about the Nuggets.
I'm not worried about the Nuggets, but in the East, I got New York being the best team, and then I got Boston. So put some respect on Giannis' name. I got Milwaukee. I got New York, Boston, Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah. But we gonna keep it moving though, Davion. I appreciate you pulling up, fam. We got
I appreciate y'all for having me up.
Good to talk to you. Always. Absolutely good to talk to you. My man, Big Ox, yo.
I can't handle it, yo. I can't handle it.
As soon as you talk about New Orleans, no. Hell no. Yo.
Let me bring wait. Hold on. This who I think it is?
Yeah, you did.
Chill. Wait. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna put you on mute for a second. Chill. Let me give you a backstory.
Please.
So about 2 weeks ago, I'm at lunch with my kids. Me and my kids, we eating sandwiches, enjoying ourselves. I'm listening to Open Gym. Mars and Damo doing their thing. I hear somebody talking about, oh man, Ox tripping with this take and that take, and Ox say this and Ox say that. And I'm like, in the chat, I jump in the chat like, don't say my name like I won't pull up. Damo drops the link, I'll pull up. All of a sudden, bro, right here, got his tongue.
Nah, don't do that.
So what's going on, fam? What's going on?
He is right here. Here you go right here.
This is Chill with Chill. You can feel free to holler at Chill. You can keep me out. This ain't my show.
Hey, peep this. Look. So I've been I just got off work. I'm still at work. I'm about to work some more, but nevertheless, my thing is, it's more so I wish I could be on the panel a little bit more often so I can kind of come back, which I say right when y'all say it, because I be working so much and doing so much other stuff. When y'all say it, I'll hit Mars up later on after it pop up on my YouTube timeline. I'm like, this nigga said what? Like, so it'd be like, I say a lot of stuff. I'm like, come on, dog.
Then you'll forget it after. Then you'll forget it. Right.
And then my only beef with Chill just be, I think I got more of a stronger beef with Swiper recently more than anything because he's a Jokic Bron stan, and it'd be so obvious. And he downs anything with Ant or Kobe or certain players you could tell he just not too fine. And
he was trolling when he said SGA. He was trolling when he said SGA better score than Kobe. He was messing with that.
I know that.
He wasn't
so,
serious.
but my only issues be more so than anything, man. Like long story short, Ox just be recently. It'd be like lately in the last month, he been having some wild takes. I'm like, man, Ox might be trolling. And then sometimes he be.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There you go, right there. He right.
But
there.
no. But that's not my focus. My main focus. I just want to get. Cause I know y'all got like a certain. I'm gonna get to that. My points with the teams and all that. But my biggest gripe for all time is Chill, bro. But so what you?
I'm not putting Kobe in my top 10. So kill it. So enough already.
It ain't even about that. My thing is this. You got Kobe.
I can't listen to that no
crazy.
more, bro. I can't.
That's crazy. Listen. When you have Kobe in your 11th, not even in your top 10, and then I see the people you have, and it's not even just resume based. It's resume included with the era he played in, the fact I personally think he played the toughest competition in terms of the era and the most 51 teams and who he played. I feel like he had battles in the Western Conference. I always think the Eastern Conference was weak from 99 and up. Even then you could pick a little bit before that, but you got to understand, it's only been 2 years where AFC made it to the finals, which was 2023 and 99. The Knicks team, which was in the lockout year, and then in 2023, obviously was a play-in, so it really was a 7 seed. They dropped to an 8 because they lost to the Hawks in the first game. But the point is this, that would never happen in the West. The West ain't been weak since the 80s West. So it just be blowing my mind. Like, I'm like, man, look, I get Brian, your guy, but that's another story. The point is, you be killing me with the Kobe thing. I'm like, that's crazy. Anyways,
Let me ask you this question real quick. What else? I mean, when you hear me talk about Kobe, outside of him not being in the top 10, what bad do I say about him?
I don't. You know what's crazy? I can't remember so long. I don't think you said anything bad. I just think it's egregious.
Is because the reason why you can't remember because I haven't said anything bad about him.
But I just think that's what make it more crazy. Like, you ain't said nothing bad, but it's one thing to say, I got him on the back end, 10, 9. But you know what? Some people think my ranking is a little bit more wild. They think that me having Kobe at 3 or 2 is more wild than having Kobe outside of the top 10.
Hey, listen, remember this. Dr. J got Jerry West and Elgin Baylor in the top 10. So because you grew up how you grew up and you seen who you seen, of course you're gonna say that, right?
I mean, I got Bron 4. I got Bron 4. I got MJ, and I be trying to be unbiased, so I try to put Kareem in 2. But my cousin like, you don't watch Kareem, nigga. I barely watch MJ, and I got MJ 1 in a gap. I got a gap. I got MJ clear cut 1.
So it's J, and then it's everybody else.
It's a J and it's a gap. I'm sorry. Because listen, I play the game and you've been around the game, you shack your peoples. When you I don't care what level, you D3, D1, if you 3-peat twice, and then you do what you do in a shorter time span. Y'all be putting that 15 years on it. I don't care about them
2 different teams too, by the way. With 2 different teams, by the way.
Listen. And then you know what? They be like, oh, he had a super team. I give you the super team little, whatever you want to call it, on the second 3-peat, not that first 3-peat. And Horace Grant was nice. You know, he had some good, people play their role, but it was a way more balanced team. It wasn't the star names. And then you think is this, like, that's another point. I can break all that down. Sure. The point is this, you 2 3-peat and you do what you do in the 11-year span because he got injured and sat out most of the year 2 years. So it's really an 11-year span. He did what he did. Only him and Magic, if it's done the damage they did, because Magic went to 9 finals in 12 years or like something crazy. Like, crazy. So the point is this, when you do the short that you do from a peak standpoint, I'm sorry, you up there. Now, LeBron got the longevity and he is great, but I can poke holes in that. But let me get off sidetrack. That's another conversation for another day. My thing is this, I got Ant as MVP. I'm an Ant guy. I think I had the Wolves and the Celtics. I think match styles make fights. I do. When I seen Dallas, I wanted Oklahoma City to beat Dallas because I knew if Dallas meet with the Wolves, I said, man, that matchup is tricky. But I did think that if the Wolves beat Denver, that whoever out of that matchup was going to the finals. I don't think the Mavs would have beat Denver Nuggets. I just don't. I do think if the Nuggets versus the Celtics would have. That'd have been.
I had that Dallas Minnesota matchup way wrong. I had them smoking Dallas in like 5 games. I had the games right. I had the wrong team though.
Me too. And so I think they're gonna learn from that. I like they got that little undersized rookie dude, Rob. He's a beast. I think they made some great substantial improvements to the team. I got Wolves and Celtics. I like the dude said, it's fluff. I really just think that nobody's gonna really beat the Celtics in the East, and I don't even really have faith in their stuff because I feel like their run was weak, but I just think the way they're constructed, I just don't think nobody's going to beat them. I think the Knicks are going to play them hard as hell, especially if they stay healthy. They're going to take them 7. Take them 7. So I just think I got Wolves, Celtics. As far as coach of the year, I wish Chris Finch could get it, but like you said, I think Atkinson, man, he's going to do some damage with them boys. I think he's going to be a great pick. And then, I think Wemby going to be Defensive Player of the Year. He should have got it. He should have got it over Rudy, but hey, politics as usual. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, man, I think I've been, I didn't really knocked on all the points and stuff like that. Shout out to Marcus for being, the Ant guy, because I know some people like, my thing is his playmaking needs to improve, but he's young. Once he gets that playmaking down and puts that to his game, or because you got to understand, as a defense in the playoffs or just in general, it's easy to lock in as a team on one player, and you can't beat a defense. It's the same reason why Kyrie and KD got spanked in the 22 series against the Celtics, because people like, oh, they swept. I'm like, bro, it was literally a 2-man team. They literally had to count for Kyrie, KD. I said,
yeah,
what you expect? It's easy to lock in. Then if you bump KD, get physical with him. I mean, hey, you see what happens. So with that being said, man, like, I think y'all doing a great job on the points. I just wish one day I could remember all that vitriol that y'all be spitting when I'm watching these videos, and I could imagine they pop up in the panel and be like, hey, hold on.
It's actually good that you don't, because like when you hear it and you able to calm yourself down, because when you hear it, you're like, what the fuck? Wait, are you crazy?
And the person who does the
that's
shorts,
a fact. That's a
and
fact.
then the person who does the shorts, they do it. Whoever edits the shorts, they do a perfect
That's
job.
why they do it. That's why they do it. For that reason right there. Because when you hear it, you're like, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I can't handle this dude right now. That's why when you're able to calm down and you can get your thoughts together, it's probably better that you hear it that way. You do it that way as opposed to when you hear it right now. Because all the points that you want to say, you're gonna forget. You're gonna completely lose them. Because all you hear is what I just said, and you're like, is this make it?
Every time I watch a video, I mention Mars, and Mars be like, respect Ox. Respect you, and then Mars my guy. I'll just be like, man, that's crazy, but I appreciate what y'all doing.
Thanks,
I'm gonna definitely try to tap in more and stuff like that, and hopefully I can graduate to being on a regular on the panel, man, one day.
Right on.
I appreciate
all
you.
right, Doctor, I appreciate you, fam.
Peace.
Yo, chill. We don't got much time, but before we go, I want to run down this list, right?
Yep.
We got some 1v1s, right? We got some 1v1s. I'm gonna let everybody know if you in the lobby right now. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get to y'all. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Check us again next weekend. We are on a time limit. We got these 1v1s, chill, and we're talking about 3 dribbles, make it, take it. I want to know who wins these games. You ready? We're going to fire them off quick. We got Iverson versus Kyrie.
3 dribbles. Make it, take it. I'll take Irv.
Melo and JT.
3 dribbles. I'm taking Carmelo.
Yeah. Now, this one right here. I'm going to save this one for last. We got KD versus Larry Bird.
3 dribbles. I'm taking Bird.
They're not going to like that.
I know. They're not.
Rashid and Giannis.
3 dribbles. I'll take Sheed.
They're going to hate that. They're going to hate that. I agree, but they're going to hate it.
I'll take Sheed. 3 dribbles. Yes, sir.
Last but not least, Mamba versus Jay.
Oh, you bit my whole style. You can't do it better than the master. 3 dribbles. I'll take Jay over Mamba. 100%. I will.
Y'all heard it first.
And it's not a wash.
Yeah.
It's not a wash, but I mean you bit all my moves, no doubt. And I still do it better than you. So yes, I'll take Jay over Mamba. Yes. No doubt. 100%.
Well, y'all heard it first here. We got to get out of here. Claire gonna jump in the chat any minute now. Get to talking crazy. She's gonna text me and cuss me out.
I just heard her in my ear. Like, let's go. Wrap this up. I just heard her.
We gotta go. Thank y'all for stopping by. Oh, chill. I'm almost an L host. My bad.
What happened? Oh, we got
Brondev 2 said, Ox, Bron is more dangerous. Stop it.
Then
Talking
Curry.
about Bron versus Curry, yeah.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm not mad at that. How you feel about that, Chill? What did you say about that? You said Bron.
Yes, I definitely think he is more dangerous.
Almighty Lambo said, even though bro was yapping about 12 plus wins, chill. You're underselling how dominant Jets defense were, and to add Hassan Reddick onto that.
And with all of that being said, it's all predicated on their 40-year-old quarterback staying healthy. That's it.
Who's his backup?
The kid from BYU. What the hell is his name? Oh man, his name escapes me. But yeah, the kid from BYU that they had last year, that's their backup, who everybody is convinced he can't play.
And last but not least, Gondek 2 says Mobley ain't nothing and Garland needs to go.
If Mobley wasn't nothing, then he wouldn't be in the NBA as a starter on a playoff team. Quiet. Pipe down. Pipe down over there.
Zip your lips.
Quiet.
Zip your lips. All right, y'all. Y'all, that's it. That's the show. We'll see y'all next Saturday. But you can catch us on Monday on the panel. But before that, if I don't see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern on the best debate show in the world, I'm going to personally come find you. Pull up tomorrow.
I don't know how you do it, but he knows. We do got one more super chat, though.
Gondek V2 says, OKC, if you replace Dort with Herb Jones, is winning the finals. I don't fight that.
I don't fight that neither.
I don't fight that.
I don't fight that neither. I don't. I don't hate that at all.
I think Herb Jones is like that.
I don't hate that at all.
Yeah. But, all right, Chill. What you got for the people?
Hey, man. Y'all know where to find us at. Y'all know where we are on the regular. So until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. Call your father, too. Call your pops, man. Definitely call your father. So, and if you're ever in the Portland area and you had too many to drink, hey, ring the phone. My man will come scoop you. He won't leave you out there like that. He will not. So we will see you guys soon. But until then, take it light. But take it.